Assalamualaikum, I am Noshaniza Ramli. My metric number is ACT4323 from K2. Today I want to present my individual assignment for ACT4323 Audit 2. From my task, I have given the case study and I should answer the 3 questions from this case. The first question is identify 2 ethical dilemma and how the auditors involved should safeguard their ethical principle in this situation. First, the auditor feel an ethical dilemma when under pressure to accept improper accounting policy. The auditor is facing pressure from the hospital's director of finance to accept changes in equity policy that are not in accordance with generally accepted accounting principle (GAAP). To safeguard this ethical principle, the auditor should adhere to their professional skepticism and objectivity. They should rely on GAAP and audit standard, communicate the importance of adherence to accounting principle, and document any disagreement with management. If the pressure continue, the auditor may need to consider withdrawing from the engagement to maintain their independence and integrity. Second, threat to independence due to threat of replacement. In this situation, the Director of Finance is threatening to replace the auditor if they do not accept the accounting adjustment. This creates a conflict of interest and may compromise the auditor's independence. As a safeguard against this ethical dilemma, the auditor should resist such threat and pressure. They should communicate their finding to the board of director and possibly the regulator, emphasizing the importance of integrity and adherence to professional standard. If the threat to replace the auditor persists, they should consider withdrawing from the engagement to maintain independence. The next question is describe 3 threats to independence for Ali Sultan & Co. that might arise in this case and how Ali Sultan & Co. can protect threat to auditor. First, the safe interest threat. The auditors face to the risk of being influenced by the financial interest of the hospital in maintaining a positive financial position to achieve the 3 million bonus. To avoid this problem, the auditor should maintain professional skepticism and prioritize the public interest over the financial interest of the hospital. Clear communication of their role and responsibility and the importance of adhering to ethical standards can help mitigate self-interest threat. Second, intimidation is a threat to independence for Ali Sultan & Co. For example, the Director of Finance threatened to replace the auditor and damage their reputation by going to the local newspaper. For the audit team to document the threat received and communicate this to higher level within auditing firm. It can protect independence by ensuring that audit decisions are based on judgment and not influenced by external pressure. They may seek legal advice to understand the implication of the threat. Third, the threat to independence for Ali Sultan & Co. is the familiarity threat. The long-term relationship between the auditor and the hospital may compromise the auditor's objectivity as they may be reluctant to challenge the auditor or finance action. This threat can be overcome by rotating audit partner regularly to maintain independence. The firm should establish policy that encourage professional skepticism and provide training to auditors on deadline with conflict of interest. Clear communication channel within the auditor firm can also help address any concern. The last question is discuss how do Ali Sultan & Co. can provide defense for them if the management and board of director of the hospital decided to take legal action on Ali Sultan & Co. blaming for the hospital losses was due to the auditor's fault. Justify whether the auditor can success in their defense. Ali Sultan & Co. can provide defense in common law by providing contributory negligence. The evidence from the audit that the auditor conduct may be presented. Examination of the significant differences between the current year's financial statement and the one from the prior year is one type of proof that can be presented. Furthermore, the auditor has the ability to look at the hospital's history, including customer review, assets utilization, and the scope of service offered to patients. Auditor may also present proof of grievances from hospital staff over pay cut, which their manager utilized to make up from the losses the hospital had to incur. Subsequently, Sultan Ali & Co. can protect themselves by performing with non-negligence. Even though the auditor only learned about the change to the financial statement after 7 years, they are still responsibility for altering the audit report with reasonable assurance because the misstatement are material in accordance with the accounting standard that they are appropriately set for financial statement both now and in the future. The finance director is adamant about the accuracy of financial statement he prepared, comprising the information and investigation from the audit which the financial statement at the auditor of finance produced in this case allow us to show that the director of finance lack independent and competence in producing the hospital's financial statement because they did not adhere to the established accounting standard. They can see that mismatch between the information provided and the financial statement can be detected. Whether Ali Sultan and Co. can success in their defense will depend on the specific circumstances.